Hey guys, welcome to SpecFlow tutorial Behavior Driven Development session 13. In this video, you can learn the extend report generation in SpecFlow for all features, scenarios and steps for a particular project, as well as you can learn how to verify test error in case of any failure in the step level, scenarios level as well as features level. In the last session 12 video of SpecFlow, you already learned how to generate the extend report for a particular feature and particular scenario at particular step. But that will not suffice. In the previous video, you have hard coded the feature, scenario and the step level. Because why that is not suffice? Because your objective is to generate the beautiful extend report across all your feature, scenario and the steps, so that any point of time, though your scenario or the features of step is getting passed or fail, you can share the detailed report with the respective stakeholder. So a beautiful HTML report will help user to understand the report, or it is a summary report of their test suite execution. If the suite or automation framework contain more than 100 test scenario, then the result analysis is really difficult. So extend report have a perfect solution to this problem as well. It can generate report for all features, scenario and step as well for a particular SpecFlow project. So there is another features available called scenario context.current.test error, which will return an error message in case there is some error. Otherwise it will return null, so that user can use this in the if else condition accordingly, which can be added in the step definition of the extend report. So in the last video, session 12 video, you already see how to generate the extend report for a particular steps. So we have for the SpecFlow using project using BDD project, we have two features file. So this is the Facebook home.features, where there is scenario outline and it is varying with two different combination of data, password and ID. And there is a Google feature where also two scenario is there. And for the Facebook home dot features, right, those scenario steps we have tried to implement it using the Selenium WebDriver, right. We have added all the step wherever all the navigation validation will be done, and for that particular given condition, right, user navigate to the Facebook home page, we have tried to implement the extend report, where your feature name, your scenario name and the steps name were hard coded, right. Let's try to run one more time and let's see how the extend report is getting generated from the previous session, right, for a particular step level. Now we will try to implement those steps, right, in the hooks class, so that it will be generic across the project and all the steps, all the scenario and all the features will be impacted, and extend report can be generated across the features level as well for the whole project. So you could see 4 scenario got passed from the 2 features file, and it will display the different result if you click here. But our objective here to validate the extend report. So we have given the path where, right, in the report folder which is present in the desktop, and index.html is the file to be generated. So you could see this is the latest today's date, and 3:32 p.m. it is getting generated. Now if you open it, only one step got added in the report, and if you go to the dashboard view, you could see only one feature, one scenario, one step got passed, and success rate is 100%. The start time and end time as well, and duration as well. But our objective is to generate, right, across all the features, all the scenario and all the steps. So how can you do it? Let's remove that index.html folder from the report folder. So we'll use the sample steps again, right, where we hard coded the feature name, scenario name and the steps name. Let's comment it out, and let's, with this basic steps, we'll try to implement across all the features as well. So in that particular project, there is already class SpecFlow hook.cs file already created, where all the default hooks, right, we have tried to add it here. So there will be 5 combination of the hook, before test run and after test run, which will run based on the project one time activity. Before feature, after feature will run specific to feature level. before scenario, after scenario will all specific to scenario level. Before scenario block, after scenario block, that hook will run in case there are multiple steps in the given, when and then block. It will be executed, and the last one, before step and after step, is specific to the step level, right? So this is the class created, SpecFlow hook class created. Now in that particular class, generic way, in the hook, right, we will try to implement the code for the extend report. Okay, so for that, in case you did not already implemented it your step level, you can also do it directly in the hook level. So what are the steps you need to follow? You need to first install the extend report plugin from the NuGet tool of the Visual Studio. So you can select that particular project, you can right click here, you can go to the manage NuGet package, right? You can search with the extend report. So it already installed for me, so it is already showing in the extend installed folder. Otherwise it will be coming if you just browse it here and you search it, right? And suppose say today the version got upgraded, in case I already installed it, you can just change the version here after selecting the latest version, and you can update it. So automatically, right, latest version will be also updated to your project. Now if you want to see that what are the different plugin already added to your project, so you could see that is the way. Just double click on the project, so automatically that file will be opened here. You could see dot project name dot csproj, that is the file we added here. You could see the different plugin in the item group section. So extend report added, selenium.support, selenium.www.com driver, SpecFlow NUnit, right, fluent assertion, NUnit already added to my project. That is the reason you are able to add the step for the verification point with the help of the NUnit assertion. Now I will try to implement the extend report, right, for the whole project. So in that hook level I need to define it. So before that I need to create some global variable for the extend reports, right, for the extend test at the scenario level and the features level, which will be defining as private static, so that once they are defined globally with the help of the static keyword, so automatically all the hooks class, all the hooks method, we can access them, the variable we can access them. So we will define here globally. So I'll go to that one, and here we already created a variable for the extend report, so I'll be defining it globally. So it will be within that class, then private static, and then extend report, that is the class, and this is the variable. So similar way I can create two global variable for the features as well as for the scenario. So this is the features, and one I can define at the scenario level as well. So type will be same, extend test. Here I can change the name, instead of feature name it will be scenario name. Okay. So that is the first step you need to do it. You could see three warning message because these three variable you did not use anywhere in that particular SpecFlow hook class. Okay. The next step, you need to add the detailed step in the before test run hook, so that as and when your project is run, every time that will be called. So I'll be creating a object or instance for the extend HTML reporter. I'll be configuring the theme. I will map the object of extend report, and I will attach the reporter. So I already defined this step in the step level here, right? So I'll just copy these 4 lines of code, and I will paste it in the before run hook. Okay. So here that one I no need to define because we have defined the global variable, so I can remove it. Okay. So here we are creating the object for the extend HTML reporter, where we are defining the path. So the path will be again same in the reporter folder, and the name of the extend report whatever will be generated, it will be index.html file, right? Extension will be HTML. And here we are configuring the theme. So we are using that variable and configuring the theme. You can set the theme dark or standard, anything. Okay. Then we are using that global variable, and we are attaching the reporter, the variable HTML reporter for the extend HTML reporter. That is the second thing you need to do. After the global variable defined, you need to define the below steps in the before test run hooks. Okay, then you need to add steps for the before feature. So instead of hard coding the feature name, I want to generate in generic way for all the features. So you need to go to the before feature hooks, so that every time features will be called, right, that will be executed. So here you can go, and here we have defined the variable called feature name, okay, which is type as extend test. So same way we can also cover it, right, extend dot create test feature, and here instead of hard coding the feature's name, we can go with the generic way. So you will equal to sign extend dot feature. It will be our extend dot create test, dot create test. Which level you want to create the test? It will be feature level. Here instead of hard coding the feature name, you need to give call the feature context, feature context dot current dot scenario info, sorry, dot feature info dot title. So that is the way it will be generic. Let's see where error is coming. Okay, no error. Okay, formatting, that is the error. We can just remove that one. No, it will be not after test run, sorry. I need to cut the line. It will be before feature. Okay. F-A-T-U-R-E, yeah, create test. So it will be before feature, so extend. Let's see the error, whatever error is coming, or maybe we can just repeat it. Extend so we can flash the report as well in the after test run, so that it will not be throwing the error. So I will go to the after test run, and we need to flash the report every time, right? So we can go to the after test run, we can flash the report. So here it will be extend dot flash. Let's see. No, it will be need to call that one variable. Okay, so that is the reason it is throwing the error. Here also I need to call it title feature info dot title. I think it should be fine. Let's write it once more time. Extend dot create test, that one I need to call it, and I need to give it here feature here. Okay, otherwise it will be throwing the error. So here I'll be giving bracket feature context dot current dot feature info dot title. Okay, now error message gone. So that is my second step here. A third step, so I am defining three global variable. One is for the extend test feature, extend test scenario, and extend test extend report. This is the global variable we define. After that, in the before test run section, we need to create an object for the extend HTML reporter. We need to configure the theme. We need to map the object of the extend report whatever is created globally, and we need to attach the reporter. Then we need to go to the before features hook, and we need to map those right feature name whatever is created for the using extend test, and you need to create test feature level, and it will be generic feature context. Then as part of my fourth step, I need to go to the before scenario hook. Then I need to map that variable, right, scenario name, where I will be using create node scenario and scenario context. So I'll be going to the before scenario hook section. Okay, and I need to go to the before scenario hook section where my variable name scenario name I will be calling it before scenario. Okay, equal to I need to call the features name variable through which I will be creating the node. Dot create node, right? Here I need to give the scenario. Okay, and in the bracket I need to give scenario context dot current dot scenario info. Instead of feature info it will be scenario level, so it will be scenario info dot title. It is already coming. So my fourth step also done, and I already added the step for flashing the report in the after test run block hook, right? I already added the steps for flashing the report after test run. Yeah, extend dot flash. So otherwise report will not be generated until you are flashing it every time. Okay, so once everything is run, after the test run I will flashing the report. So another important thing is pending here. So I need to define at the steps level. So I will be defining in the after step hook. So here I'll first validating whether any kind of error is coming or not. So I'll be calling the test error method to validate any kind of error is coming from the scenario context or not. Okay, in case any error is coming, then I will be failing my test cases with the error message. In case it is not coming, then I will be simply printing the given, when, then or and condition. So this is the steps I'll be defining. So first I already came to the scenario node, right? Then I need to go to the scenario step context. So I'll create in the after steps. I'll go to the after steps section. Here I'll be defining, I'll be creating a variable. I'll first type scenario, not here, within the bracket scenario step context, then dot current dot step info dot step definition type dot to string. So I need to store in some variable, right? So I'll be storing in some variable. So I'll be giving the type as var, and I am giving it the variable name as step type. Okay, so that is the way I already created the variable called step type. Now I'll be giving the condition here. So if scenario context dot current dot test error, so it will be giving the value either null or it will give some value. In case it is equal to null, means there is no error, then I can define I can go to the steps mean given, when, then and condition. So here again I will be giving one more inner if else loop. So if, so this is called step type. You could see this is the called step type. If step type equal to given, then scenario name dot create node. Here I'll be again giving given, and here I am giving scenario step context dot current dot step info dot text. So in the previous one we have hard coded that part, right, for the scenario. Okay, we are using that line only. Okay, create node given, and here instead of hard coding we are just giving it the generic way. So how we can define the generic way? Scenario context step context dot current dot step info dot text, because it will be giving you the text, so it will print that one. Then I will give the if else condition. The first one is if, the second one will be else if. Else if what can happen? It can be given, when, then and or like. So I can give it when. So here I need to change it to when. So again same thing, scenario name, that variable, create node when scenario step context dot current dot step info dot text. Now I can go with the other two options, and then. So I'll be giving called then. So here I can keep then, and here I can give with and I can map with and. So it is nothing but from the features file, right? Given, when, then, condition. Given, when, then and whatever is already available as part of my Jarkin's syntax key or keyword, I am matching it here. So I have written an if loop. If my test error equal to null, or means there is no test error, so I am defining the given step which will be generic for all the given condition, when and then. So that is the way I am giving the first condition. In case it is not, I mean it is, there is no error in the step. Else, in case any error, so I can give else, and here I can define again the if. So or maybe instead of else I can give else if scenario context test error not equal to null, means error is there. Okay, then what we will do, again here I will be giving any if condition. So for all the four keyword I need to map with if step type equal to given. So what I will do, scenario name dot create node given, here scenario step context dot current dot step info dot text, and I'll be giving it to fail my test cases. So what I'll be want to print it out during failing. So again it will be scenario step context or scenario context. It will be scenario context dot current dot test error dot message. Okay, that is the way I want to define, and I can give the bracket. So my this step also done. So similar way I can give the else if condition for the 4 jerkin keyword. So given when, here I can map with when, here I can give then. So similar way it will be then and and. So that is the way you can define the after step. And the last one is already added as part of the after run. So I need to flash the report. So what are the steps we need to associate? First, we need to install the extend report plugin. Then we need to create 3 global private static variable for the extend test feature name, extend test scenario name, and extend report. Then I need to go to the before test run hook, where I need to create an object for HTML extend HTML reporter. I need to configure the theme of the extend report. I need to map the object of the extend report. I need to attach the reporter. That's part of second step. As part of third step, I need to go to the before features and I need to write the generic feature related step. As part of the fourth step, I need to go to the before scenario and I need to write the generic step for the scenario level. As part of the fifth step, I need to go to the after step, where I need to validate whether any kind of error is happening or not. In case there is no error, simply I will print the relevant step for each given when and then condition. In case there is any error, which is error not equal to null, I will fail my test cases and I will print the error message. And at the last, I need to flash the report in the after test run hook. So that is the way. This is your first step. You need to define the variable, global variable in the hooks class, whatever you already created for your project, SpecFlow project. Then the before test run, you need to give the path. You need to create a variable for the extend HTML reporter. You need to set the configuration of the theme for the report, and you need to attach the report. Then you need to go to the before features. You need to define the steps specific to the features level, generic feature level. Similarly, before scenario, right, scenario level. Then after steps, where you will be verifying any kind of error is there or not. In case there is no error, it will simply print the step from all the given when and then block. In case any error, it will fail the test case and it will print the message. And in the last one, after test run, you need to flash the report. So that is the thing already done. So now everything is globally with the help of the hooks class. Okay. Now if you want to run your test case, all the test cases from all the features, so you could see the difference. So now it will execute the scenario from all the features file. So here we have 2 features file and total 4 scenario. So it will execute and it will generate the report in that reports folder, and name will be index.html again. And now you could see, able to see the detailed report, right, for all the features, all the scenario and all the steps in the project available. So here everything is coming also based on the hooks. The step is getting executed. And now if you go to the folder, you could see it is got updated the current time, today's date 28th Jan and 3:58 p.m. If you open it, you could see now this is a feature, Facebook home login page, right? This is the feature, this is the scenario, and if you expand the scenario, you could see the given when then condition is coming. And if you expand the other scenario, similar way it is coming, but here the right username and password got changed. Similarly for the other features file, search in Google home page, you could see this is the features scenario got executed, where right it is varying also. Spec for keyword, SpecFlow tutorial is coming. The other one is Selenium tutorial. So based on the features file. For the Google, it was first one is SpecFlow, second one is Selenium. So now you could able to see all the features, all the scenario, and all the relevant steps accordingly in the test section. Now if you go to the dashboard section, you could able to see all your features, all your scenario, all your step got executed, and here everything is fast. Two features got fast, there is no failure. 4 scenario got passed because in the 2 features file 2 plus 2 4 scenario was there, and there are around 18 steps in the both the features file. It got executed, and feature success rate 100%, scenario success rate 100%, start time and total duration is also showing, being displayed here correctly. So that is the way, right, for all your project, all the scenario, all features and all the steps you can execute it. In case of any failure also it will be displayed. So let's fail something. So before that you can remove that index.html file, otherwise sometime it might get problem. In the upcoming session I will show you, instead of removing, right, instead of updating the existing file, you can create multiple file as well as in case of any failure how to attach the report. Instead of failure also, for each and every step also you can attach the report. That will be covered in the upcoming videos. So now we'll fail one test case. So in the Facebook home page, right, in the last step let's try to fail the test cases. So here our expected title is login to Facebook. So now I can give it 1 so that it will not match with the actual one. Actually will come login to Facebook, but expected I have changed it to 1. Now let's go to the test and try to run all the tests so that Facebook related 2 scenario will be failed and 1 steps will be failed. Last step, then step. So it will try to execute both the features, and there are 2 plus 2 scenarios there in the 2 features, so it will be failing. So that is the reason it is browser is not getting closed. Last step it is getting failed. You could see now 4 scenario got executed. Here you could see 2 scenario got failed. So here also its mirror is coming. But our objective is not to validate from the test explorer section. I want to validate the details of the failure as well from my extend report. You could see the expected length, the string length is 19 but it's coming 18. Expected was login to Facebook 1 but coming as login to Facebook. So that is the one is mismatch, and that is the reason it's getting failed. Now you can close it and you can go to the report folder, and you could see now index.html file got generated. This is the current timing, 4:01 p.m. Now if you open it, you could able to see here, right, 2 scenario got failed. What is the reason? You could see the given when got passed, but the last then step got failed. What is the failure reason? Expected length 19 but coming 18, string deferred index 18. Expected is login to Facebook 1 but coming as login to Facebook. Similar way other also scenarios getting failed in the last step only, right? So that is the reason it is getting failed here. Okay, in the last step you could see expected string length 19, it is getting failed. But the other test case, other features file search in Google homepage, both the scenario got executed and got passed, right? So there is no problem. So there are 5 plus 5 10 step here, 10 passed, and here is 4 plus 4 step but 2 step got failed. So total out of 18 step, 2 step got failed from the 2 scenario. So 1 feature got failed, 2 scenario got failed, 2 step got failed, remaining 16 step got passed. So if you go to the dashboard, now could able to see it here. 1 feature your features passed, 1 feature your features failed, 2 scenario passed, 2 scenario failed, 16 step passed, 2 step fail, and also the graph is also updating accordingly. 16 passed, 2 fail. Now if you go down here, total 2 scenario but 50% success rate, 50% is got failed. Here also 4 scenario, 50% is success rate, 50% got failed because 2 scenario passed, 2 scenario failed. That is the way, right, you are getting the pie chart accordingly, where you can see the graph as well as you can get the details text, right, how many scenario, how many feature, how many step is getting passed, and also you are getting the statistics, right, what is the percentage of success rate for the pass at the feature level and the scenario level. That way you can generate the beautiful report, right, specific to a project, so that all your features, all your scenario, all your steps, right, it will be impacted. You can generate it. So there will be option will be that you can also check with the different tag. So based on the tag it will be displayed. In case you are setting some tag, there will be option, another option will be available called tag. Otherwise, in case there is no tag, so this is the two options will be available called test and dashboard, and where you can the dashboard view as well as the pie chart view will give you more detailed insight about the execution statistics. So that way, for the whole project, across the features, across the scenario, across the step, you can generate a beautiful extend report for the SpecFlow. Thank you.